All right, guys, welcome back to part 2. I'm printing everything that I'm using on this double-sided glossy photo paper, 80 pound, 100 sheets, the Linkit brand. You can find this brand on Amazon. It's about $20 to $23. If you get it on a cheaper version, grab it because this paper is really good. I mostly use this paper for all of my crafts. So I showed you guys in the previous videos that we're making a Bible study journal kit. We have all of our material. We have all of our materials. Again, this is live, guys, so I cannot edit the fuck ups. Sorry about that. We did our notebook. We printed out the cover. I showed you guys how I designed the cover. We printed out the cover. I showed you guys how I did the inside of the journal, the Bible study journal, the templates that I used and how I designed it. The templates that I used to create this journal are available in my school in the stationery section. There's hundreds of planners there for all kinds, business planners, Bible study journals, school journals, everything you can think of. So if you want to join the school, click the link on my bio and just join from there. It's free to join. You don't have to pay anything to join the community. You will have to upgrade your membership to a paid membership if you want to access all the tools. All right, so here's our notebook so far. This is how it came out. In the first video, we trimmed it and we got it ready after trials and errors. All right, then we printed our backing. This is the backing that we're using for the packaging. All right. We have our bookmark and tassel. You could get these tassels at like 100 or 1,000 for a couple dollars. They're very cheap. Make sure that when you guys are shopping on Amazon, which is where I get all my supplies, except for the printing paper. Printing paper at Walmart. Some things are cheaper at Walmart than on Amazon. But make sure you guys are looking at the quantity of what you're getting on Amazon before you purchase it. Because sometimes you'll come across a bundle of 100 for $10. And then if you keep scrolling, you'll find 500 for those same $10. We're using a hole puncher. And our client likes our holes and tassels on the side. So we're going to go ahead and punch a hole on the bookmark that we made on the side. Now, real quick, before I continue, these bookmarks, I made them in Canva, printed it on the same paper that I just showed you guys, designed it pretty easily, pretty fast. It was a simple design, all Canva elements. And one cool part is that if you guys join my community, you'll be able to access these bookmark templates in the stationery section, or yeah, I believe they're in the stationery section. All right, so if you have not joined my school community and you want to craft and build things like me, or like I show you in the video, I built a community that gives you access to every single template, tutorial, and information you can imagine. It's an all-in-one beautiful thing that I've created. All right, guys, so here's the tassel. Put on the bookmark. All right. And you can create these with any style. You can actually grab the template, click the link on Canva, drag and drop any picture that you want, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hello Kitty, any type of background that you want, and actually create a plain bookmark, print it out, cut it up, and add a tassel, and there you go. You have a high quality bookmark. They're pretty thick too. They're pretty thick. It's a nice thick paper because of that 80 pounds paper that I showed you guys. That's paper that's used for business cards. So if you guys want to create business cards as well, use that paper. I use that paper for everything. So we got our bookmark done. And now these are the scripture cards that I was talking about. I've created 9 scripture cards for this Bible study journal kit. Each scripture card has a saying, and then it goes on to have the Bible verse in it. So, for example, sometimes good things fall apart, so better things can fall together. That's Romans, and then it backs it up with Romans 8:28, which says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him." So, kind of like scripture cards to go over, study them and stuff like that. She wanted this added in the Bible study kit. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this up with our guillotine and get these cards ready. All right, so you guys can see there. And you can hand cut these if you want to. I just think it's a lot faster with the guillotine when it comes to cutting these straight. But you could definitely hand cut them if you want. No problem at all. They're still gonna look great. They're still gonna come out nice. You can hand cut them. You can cut them in a Cricut machine. I just think that it's a lot of extra steps for a Cricut machine and a lot of extra time consuming for hand cutting. So I'm manually cutting these real quick. And guys, all the products I use in my videos are literally Amazon buys. So you can literally search up the products that I'm using on Amazon. Paper, the guillotine cost about $100 and some dollars. I got it at a discount. These things, I love stationery. So when I'm constantly working on stationery and cutting constantly, this is a great tool to have because it makes work efficient. And I like to cut precisely. I like for my work to look great and precisely cut, like professionally cut. And sometimes I make work that sometimes I will create work that actually looks like I got it done somewhere by a professional printing company or something, but it was actually me. So if you guys are crafting coloring books or notebooks or journals or planners, definitely, if that's what your niche and focus is on, definitely invest in a guillotine because the guillotine will be your best friend. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. My my main language is Spanish, so in Spanish it's called guillotina. So I say guillotine or guillotine, however you guys call it, but all right, guys. And right now we are just cutting up the scripture cards that are going to go in the pack. And I'm going to show you guys how each card is going to look. And when you finish cutting the cards, they end up looking like this. See that? That precise cut. It looks like a business card. And that's what we want. That's what we use the Gidgetin for. And we take these scripture cards, there's 9 of them. So we're just adding all these scripture cards, trimming, cutting. One thing that really sucks about my printer is that it makes the borders uneven, so I have to cut everything one by one. But it gets the job done, guys. It gives me a nice clean cut. And it's not gonna all be perfect, but it'll be close to it. Don't beat yourself up if something isn't too perfect. You're not a professional printing shop that has $3,000, $5,000, and $10,000 machines, you know? But here's more cards, all beautifully cut. And this is what we want. Very nice cutting, because these scripture cards are going to be part of a Bible study. And we want to make sure that our customers are not getting shitty products. So sometimes we'll take time designing and printing and assembling, but at the end of the day, after you finish your product, you're always amazed at the things you create. My niche is stationery. I love working with stationery. I craft a lot of things for my kids. I homeschool my kids and I build a lot of workbooks and journals for them, um, notebooks and stuff like that. But I also like to do a lot of kawaii or kawaii, however you call it, stationery products, because I am currently building a little cute stationery shop called Tiny Toki, Tiny Toki LLC. And with this same exact strip, ooh, I'm too zoomed out. There you go. With this same exact strip that we cut off of the scripture cards, we're using that same strip to grab our scripture cards and wrap them. And we cut out the X's. Grab some glue stick. I love using Elmer's glue sticks because they will hold. All right. I will let that dry up real quick. These are the Spanish versions of the kits. The journal would go there, and the rest of the stuff would go there. I love it. All right, we got our English versions and our Spanish versions for our darling. We have to print out 5 more of the Spanish versions, so I'm going to go ahead and get that going while I do this video. And guys, now all we do is assemble. 5 more of those. All right, we'll get that printed now. Oh, we're running out of ink. So great when we're recording. When we're recording, everything goes wrong. All right, guys, let me put these on the table behind me real quick. All right, let's work on crafting our backing. We have our scripture cards. We have our journal. We have our bookmark. We have our bookmark, our scripture cards that are going to go there, our journal that goes there, and one pen. And what I do is you can take either these pens that they come like a lot of them for a couple dollars in Amazon, or you could buy these pens that are 10 cents, and I bought like 1,000 of them for 10 cents each. So these, when I make packs or stationery packs, I add these pens. If you want to be extra and bougie and create kits like these with pewter pens, you can always do these type of pens. You can always get these kits in Amazon for $13. You can create a lot of pens, and those pens will look beautiful with the kits. But see, I got a bunch of different ones here that I created. But our customer wants a cheaper version. So we are giving her these pens, which look professional, but they're pretty nice and budget friendly for her. Now, how do I assemble this without everything moving around? Easy. I use this foam sticker thing, and I buy this at the Dollar Tree. This whole roll in the Dollar Tree, it's like foam sticker. It's double-sided sticker foam. So what I do to keep everything in place, I literally just cut little pieces. For example, this piece here is going to go for the notebook, and we assemble the notebook first so that everything falls into place later. And there's a little sticker peeler. I'm going to try to do this like that. There's a little sticker peeler here. Just peel that off. And we put our notebook here. And don't worry about that foam thing ruining the book, because it really doesn't. It pops right off. It literally pops right off without ruining the book. Then we're going to put a sticker foam here. And you don't have to cut big pieces. One tiny little piece like that works perfectly fine. And you could just place it right in the center. And boom, right there like that. Now this is what it looks like so far. And you see that it's not going anywhere. Now we do the pen. The pen is going to go right there. For this one, just a thinner piece. That's all you need. And we're putting the pen right next to the book. And this is what it looks like so far. And then the bookmark, we're not like sticking it. We just literally put it here. And that is what it looks like. That is literally the entire packaging of our Bible study journal kits. Beautiful, right? Let me take a screenshot of that because that looks really good on camera. We're not done there. Now we take a 9 by 12 cellophane sealable bag. These on Amazon, everything I'm going to recommend is mostly Amazon, but you take a 9 by 12 sealable cellophane bag, which is going to look like this. And you're just going to slide your product in. Okay, and now we're going to close, flip, take off the seal, and shut her down. And this is the final product. Oop, I got it backwards. All right, and that is the final product, guys. So my customer sells these Bible study journal kits. It comes with a small mini 8.5 by 5.5 journal. It has beautiful templates inside. It comes with a pen. It comes with a bookmark, so you could bookmark where you are at in your journal. And it comes with 9 scripture cards that you can use for studying. Everything that it includes is there. We also added a QR code that when you scan it, it takes you to her group. And this is what her packaging looks like. I am obsessed with it. Okay. And that's how I created Bible study journal kits for my customer. And you guys can create kits like this as well. Don't take her idea though, because she's copywriting it. You don't want to get sued. But yes, you guys could definitely create all types of kits like these with different types of themes and versions or whatever you guys want to add to it. And I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I'm sorry for all the mishaps happening during the video. Again, this is live and I don't have any control to like cut scenes out. So you guys are seeing a raw process. All right, guys, I hope that you guys like this. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.